Welcome back to another episode of Important Miscellaneous Talks. I am your host, Glassford Crossfield, and we are changing the world one podcast at a time. Our wonderful guest, please introduce yourself.
What's going on, people? This is your boy Mati Johnson, live and direct from El Paso, Texas, joining the podcast.
So, where does your love of music stem from?
Man, I grew up in New York City, man, originally, and I was just around all those concerts, going to the different reggae concerts, R&B concerts back in the day, Black Uhuru, Steel Pulse, Force MDs, and I started professionally at 13. You know what I mean? That's where my love for music, because New York is a melting pot. It has all these different, you guys know what it is, right? So that's where my
Where in
love
New
for
York you from?
I'm from Staten Island, New York.
Unfortunate.
Interesting. We're from Queens.
I know, bro. I was watching the grandma episodes, man. It reminded me of my grandmother, man, when she was alive, you know what I'm saying? Because my grandmother came here when she was older, in her 60s. But I used to spend time with her in Stuyvesant Town and Peter Cooper's Village right there in Manhattan. And she used to do the same things,
What kind of message would you like to convey to your audience through your music?
Well, I mean, when I first started, I just wanted to sing, man, and perform, to be honest. But as I got older and mature, I just really wanted to spread motivation and inspiration through what I'm doing, my works. Not only just the music and just having fun and making girls dance and all of that. I just wanted to inspire people to do great things and motivate the masses to say, like, you can do anything you put your mind to.
Got you.
How did you hone in your craft? Whether in regards to songwriting, composing, like were you self-taught? Did you get lessons?
I was self-taught with the singing at first, and then at the age of like 13, 14, I started going to vocal lessons at Dr. Trogan's in Staten Island. And then I got a music manager, B. Montgomery, in Manhattan, in downtown Manhattan, and I forgot in the Chelsea area. And she managed Bone Thugs and Harmony member Busy Bone and Soul For Real from back in the day. And she gave me the opportunities to open up for these acts and own my craft and my skills in these nightclubs down there in Manhattan back in the early 2000s.
How old are you?
Guess, brother.
27?
I'm a little bit older than that.
29?
Yeah, I'm just about 29, bro. I'll be 29 this year.
Got you. What song have you made that you think is the most meaningful to you, and why?
Well, man, like I made a lot of songs. Some songs I've put out, taken down over the years, because I've been doing this for like over 15 years now. But I had a song called My Life that I recorded with Steel Pulse's producer back in California. And now he's actually touring with them in like all their shows all around the world. That was one of the most meaningful songs to me in my career. A lot of people might say otherwise, because I just released a song with Snoop Dogg and Carl Wolf. He's like a Canadian like pop sensation, and people might say that's my biggest song, but I believe that My Life song showed my true message of like inspiration and just living your dreams.
What inspired the move to go you said you're in El Paso, right?
I'm in El Paso. I live in El Paso now, yeah.
What made you migrate there? Especially, I know with musicians, are usually in LA or New York or sometimes Atlanta, like the big city.
Well, to be honest, I came here, like, I'm the youngest of my siblings. I come from 3 siblings. So I moved here with my parents. And then after that, like, I evolved into different places. But I wasn't always in El Paso. This is just like home base. So I moved to LA once I got here. Once I spent like a year here, and I got my feet wet here, and they started giving me the opportunities to open up for the bigger acts here at Don Haskins Center in UTEP. I went to LA, bro, and I started living in North Hollywood. But I migrated here because my dad did residencies as a doctor, a physician here in El Paso in the early 90s.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah.
So a lot of the Caribbean music in general is known for its explicit lyrics. Why do you think
Facts.
that is? I mean,
Uh,
why is the Caribbean more geared towards that sort of lane?
Provocative.
I mean, not all Caribbean music, because you got roots reggae, you got dance hall, you got ska, you have different forms of reggae music. I think the dance hall and the heavy core like raga dance hall music, Vibes Cartel, Popcorn, and them things that those are the ones, you know what I'm saying, that have the like the heavy explicit sexual stuff, you know what I mean? I don't really think all Caribbean music is like that. That's I think Caribbean music get a bad rep for
Mm.
that. Like, it's I mean, if you go anywhere in the world, you can go to Canada, England, Europe, Asia. Caribbean music is loved. It sells big time over there. Caribbean is a world music, and it comes from all fashions of music because dancehall and ska music and roots reggae. It draws from jazz music, R&B music from back in the days, like the Wailers, Bob Marley. You know, I don't think it's all bad. I don't think it's all like hardcore sexual cussing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's all about that, man. It's just that's just one part of it.
Did did you ever feel pressured to make that kind of music knowing that it's the most popular?
Yeah, man, yo, but if you look at my music, yeah, I talk about like girls in the club and stuff like that, but I don't really use too much explicitness. You know what I mean? I talk about girls winding up and all that, but I don't really cuss in my records and all of that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I'm Will Smith and say I don't have records. You know what I'm saying? But like, nah, I'm just saying like, yeah, bro. I just think it's a vibe in our culture. Clubbing, especially the dancehall culture. I think it's just a vibe that people love to go party and have fun. But like as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that we need to have more like conscious music also mixed up in that, and that's where I'm
Mm.
gonna evolve to. You know?
So, who are your favorite artists? Who are artists that you listen to that inspire you, inspire your music?
As far as the dancehall go, the pop dancehall sound.
Yeah, it could be dancehall or just overall, either or.
And like when I was growing up, man, I love Buju Banton. I got to open it up for Buju in Staten Island. I
Nice.
loved Elephant Man, Sean Paul, Shaggy, Sting, Seal. On the R&B side, I like Kenny Lattimore, Music Soul Child, and the list goes on. You know what I mean? Like so much, because I traveled all around the world too, man, as a front row college student, in Europe. So I got an eclectic vibe of music. Even in rock music, I like Linkin Park, Creed, Incubus. You know what I'm saying? I'm just an eclectic mind.
Mm.
Wavy, yes. That's very versatile, too.
Yeah.
Do you feel obligated to deliver a positive message to the children?
I mean, yeah. Now that I'm older, man, like when I was like in my teens and my early 20s, I just wanted to do music for putting music out and do feel good music that makes people move and to an extent I still do that today, but now my motivation as an influencer, as an actor and all of that stuff, like my mindset is changing. It's going in a different direction to benefit and inspire the children.
You mentioned how like you like to do more so positive music that may not be as much mainstream. Does that ever bother you to know that the more positive messages aren't being pushed as much?
I mean, like I like positive music, but my music is mainstream, bro. Like it's in the marketable top 40 genre, but everybody know in the music industry, if you don't have radio play, circulating like 24, like down here in El Paso, we got one huge artist that comes out of here, Khalid. And he's on the radio almost every day because he has RCA Records on, like pushing his music on have you like throughout the whole diaspora. But if you're independent like me and not on a
Mm.
major label, you're not gonna get that radio play. So I feel my music is mainstream, but I'm not getting the radio play like a person would be on a major label's getting, you know?
Are you not looking to sign to a label?
That's the thing. I don't want to sign 360 deals. I want a good label deal. I don't want to just, I'd rather be an independent artist and own my masters and just be doing acting gigs, getting endorsements from brands and so forth, rather than like having the label get a piece of the pie. And unless it's a good deal and they're giving you a good deal, why not?
Gotcha. So how can someone become the next Matt U. Johnson?
Man, I think all you have to do is just believe in yourself and never give up, because that's what I did. I just never gave up, and I always reinvented myself, and I always made more and more moves, regardless if it's my stuff is dying now. I always find another way to kind of stay afloat with the marketing, using social media, and just staying diverse and not staying in the same places, because I made it a point that I wanted to get out of New York City and travel and do media stuff all around the world. Because if you Google me, you see stuff from Canada, you see stuff from England, you see stuff from Dubai. You just got to keep yourself motivated, diversified, consistent, and keep yourself in the public eye and the media. Even if you're not on like ABC News, you just got to keep yourself in the media so people see you. Because once people stop seeing you, then you become irrelevant.
Have you, who would you say is the biggest artist you've worked with? And have you ever been starstruck that you met somebody or that you worked with somebody that you never thought you would?
I mean, Snoop Dogg is definitely. When I got that feature, that was the biggest step for my career. And another one was Carl Wolf. You know what I mean? He's a Juno nominee this year again. And he made the remix of Toto's Africa. He went triple platinum for that. And I got the chances to work with him through my like exploits throughout Canada and working with people like Chuck Claire, who's like a Canadian hip hop icon out there. And you know what I mean? Like those people were a blessing to work with because they helped my career and they helped me. They're even on the independent level to get independent hits and, you know, just build up my brand that way, because collaborations is key. You know what I mean? Because it opens you up to new audiences and their audiences.
So I'm 6'6" and I'm Jamaican and I have no waistline. So how does one obtain a waistline and maintain a waistline?
Bro, you got to stay in the gym, man.
I don't know. My hips literally just can't move like that, man.
Nah, bro, you got to stay in the gym and you got to stay like, you know, aesthetic, man. And you got to stay with the females, man. You got to be like building and like staying social and whatever. Even if you can't dance, if you Jamaican, bro, like anything Caribbean, whatever. Caribbean people know how to dance, bro. So
I got rhythm, but just the waistline ain't sturdy. That's all.
What happened?
I said I got rhythm, just the waistline ain't sturdy. You feel me?
Nah. Yo, you already know. I mean, for a dude, bro, in New York, unless you like one of them dance hall, like, what they call it, them Paso dancers, whatever. Like the dudes in New York, they be leaning back like Fat Joe, bro. Like they don't really, dance unless you a dancer, bro.
That's a good point.
Oh, dude.
If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing for a living?
Man, well, I went to university. The first university I went to was LIU, straight out of St. Peter's Boys High School, man. And I was doing psychology and I was doing physical therapy. Say that again?
LIU Brooklyn?
Yeah, bro. I was right across the street from Juniors. I was a music major and psychology minor, bro.
I went there. What year did you go?
Long time ago, bro.
I spent 1 year there.
In like 2010.
Oh, nah. It was in high school.
Yeah. That was my freshman year in high school. Say that again?
I said, know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
How old,
So
bro?
you, what would you be doing?
I would be doing psychology or physical therapy, bro, because like I'm into fitness. I like fitness, and I like being like doing things with the mind and you know having mind power. So that's why I took those things as a minor, and I was actually working side jobs in the PT areas. You know.
Mm. So during that time, you were still doing music on the side?
Yeah, bro. I was doing music since I was 13 years old, professionally, because I was doing like development at that time. Like I mentioned before, I got my first manager, B Montgomery, who's a staple in like the funk and the R&B and like the showcasing in Manhattan in those times, right? And those was in the early 2000s, like around the time Alicia Keys had just first came out. Like she was doing big things, and probably before that, but during my time, like that's what she was giving me a platform to actually build my craft and own my stage skills.
So you end up getting your degree, you end up finishing?
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Gotcha. Okay, but you always knew that you wanted to be an artist. The degree was just kind of just
Yeah,
to get
bro.
it.
Bro, I used to cut school, bro, like in St. Peter's Boys High School. My parents had to pay for that, you know what I mean? I used to cut school and go to TRL and shit. Like
Oh wow.
I used to go there. Yeah, bro. I used to go there and go to the beach houses. And I always wanted to get exposure, and I always wanted to be around like entertainment. I even started acting. When did I start acting? I started acting professionally at 18 or 19 years old. And that's when I got my waivers and stuff like that, and to be able to join the union, SAG-AFTRA, you know?
Mm. What would you say is your dream collaboration?
My dream, like one of them came true, man, last year, man, when I got that feature from Snoop, and when I got that billboard up in Times Square, man,
That's
that
dope.
was a dream collab because I met Snoop back in 2013, bro, in the Hollywood Hills, man, at his 420 party.
Oh
And
wow.
back then, I was like, yeah, bro, I was just a fan, man. You know what I'm saying? Like for me to have that feature, that helped me. That boosts my brand.
You have any more that you would like to really collaborate?
I wanted, bro. Sean Paul was supposed to be on that record, Pound Fire, bro, but we got Carl Wolf instead. I wanted to collaborate with him, but you know, it didn't work out with his management. You know what I'm saying? Like so, he didn't end up being on. But I have a version with Sean Paul on there too.
Wow.
He was
Word?
a big collaboration, yeah, bro.
Yo, can we get the unreleased?
Nah, I can't put it out there because they didn't want me to put it out there. But you know, if we ever meet, you can hear it, bro. Because if I put it out there, you know, I'm gonna have problems. You know
Nah, I hear you. I hear you.
Um,
what I mean? That's why we had to put Carl Wolf on there. But Carl Wolf is still big. You know what I mean? Even
Mhm.
he's a big Canadian artist.
did you get support from family and friends like making this career decision? Because coming from an ethnic background like Jamaican or African or just it's big on school and education and being a doctor or a lawyer, engineer. So it's like they wouldn't consider something like this a real career.
I mean, yeah, man. Like, I mean, my parents always supported me. That's the difference between like me and some other folks. But they always supported my goals and my gift because I started singing like even in drama, bro. When I was in like 12th grade, I was the first Black Ice man for West Side Story in St. Peter's Boys in Staten, because you know Staten Island is mostly like Italian, Albanian, unless you're on the North Shore of the island, right? So they supported it since then, even before. They always knew I could sing and I had a passion for it. And they supported until this day, man. A lot of the things,
Mm.
you know, they helped invest in my career. They put a lot of funding in my music and what have you, my travels, because that's the burden of being an independent artist. You have to invest in yourself for yourself to go somewhere until the investors or until you start making monies from the streams, placements, and what have you.
Yeah, that's wonderful to hear because there a lot of Jamaican families do not support the creative space, so that's very nice to hear that still to this day they supported you from the start. So
Well, my dad's American. My dad's African American. He's originally from the Lower East Side, and then he met my mom in Jamaica when he was doing his residencies and college in the Caribbean. So my mom is Jamaican. So I'm really Jamaican, bro. I'm really mixed up, bro, like that. You know what I mean? I'm the best of both worlds.
got you. How can you do the accent like that then? The hell?
Cause I was raised mostly by my Jamaican side.
Got you, got you. Cause I still
I
can't
was
do the
raised
accent.
mostly. You can say that again, bro?
I
Kind of
said
cut off.
I still can't do the accent.
No?
Nah.
Bro, I was listening to the miscellaneous granny, man, and he was like, say it the Jamaican way with the orange, right? He was like, say orange. That was funny, bro.
Yeah, she give me a hard time
I
sometimes.
caught that, bro.
I appreciate you coming on, man. That's all the questions I have for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Nah, appreciate you having me, brother.